I started off earlier by mentioning that my name is Jessica Lee and I'm the Senior Manager of Recruitment for the Robert H. Lee Graduate School at the Sauder School of Business. I came originally from Malaysia to Canada to pursue my post-secondary education, but I went to Ontario. And after spending over a decade of my time in Ontario, I finally moved to Vancouver in British Columbia. And I can tell you that I absolutely have no regrets and I love my experience here in Vancouver. So today when I'm telling you about reasons to choose Sauder, the reasons to choose Vancouver, I have lived through that experience of wondering, why should I come to Sauder? Why should I come to Vancouver? So I'm hoping that I'm able to give you that more personal insight, as well as to back it up with some of the stats and information from Sauder to help you make a very informed decision about choosing us. And with that, I'm going to end the poll. Thank you to everyone who took the time to respond. Now, you can see that from the reasons why you're interested in doing your master's, majority of you are interested in career advancement and growth. You're interested in learning more about the business world and to gain business acumen. You're looking for professional development. You're looking to gain analytical and management skills and to also make a difference in the organizations that you will be working in. So thank you. And here are the results that you can also check out to see what your friends and peers have responded with. Okay, now here with me today, we also have Tamara, who is joining us. And Tamara also works with the Robert H. Lee Graduate School. And before I delve into my presentation, I would like to just take a quick moment to acknowledge the land that we are on. I would like to acknowledge that UBC's Vancouver Point Grey campus is situated on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. I would also like to acknowledge that you are joining us today from many places near and far and acknowledge the traditional owners and caretakers of those lands. Now, you may be wondering, why should I pick UBC Sauder and why should I pick Vancouver to pursue my Master's in Business Administration or my Master of Business Analytics, my Master of Professional Business Administration or Master of Management, or you may be interested in our dual degree as well. I know that those were the types of questions that I had when I was thinking about graduate school. So one of the first reasons I would say that you should consider choosing us is because we are the top business program in Canada. The UBC Sauder School of Business has been ranked the #1 business program in Canada by Maclean's rankings, and we have been ranked for 3 years running, #1 for 3 years running. In addition, the University of British Columbia as a whole is ranked number 37 in the whole entire world. We're in the top 40 universities globally, and this is according to Times Higher Education. So what does this mean for you? It means that we offer top quality and caliber education that you're looking for. And at UBC, you will find the highest quality of programs here. Another reason why you should choose us is because you have the opportunity to live and learn in Vancouver, located in the province of British Columbia in Canada. Now, Vancouver is truly a very spectacular city. Just look at the picture. This is just a snapshot of the city itself. It's a city filled with unparalleled opportunities, and no other place in this world would offer you better connections to both business and pleasure. Vancouver is a gateway between North America and the Pacific Rim as well, and it provides you with very unique access to business opportunities in the Asia Pacific region. It is also one of Canada's premier business centers, offering you connections to business opportunities, not just in British Columbia itself, but to other parts of Canada and around the world. And when you think about living in Vancouver, Vancouver has been consistently ranked as one of the most livable cities in the world, offering a very temperate climate. So you're not experiencing, say, -40 in the winter, Not at all. And we are also surrounded by mountains or oceans, the sea and the sky. You have the ocean with a beach on campus, just a 10-minute walk from the Sauder building itself. Or you have the mountains with just a 40-minute drive from the UBC campus that you can go skiing in the winter or go hiking in the summer too. Now, I've heard people say that Vancouver is the Silicon Valley of the North. But I would like to think that we are our own tech hub. We are our own hub where we offer lots of startups and tech companies for you. Companies such as Hootsuite, Lululemon, and Recon Instruments were founded by UBC Sauder alumni, and they were started here before they got sold to bigger corporations. And in addition to that, there are also lots of other major companies here, such as McKinsey, SAP, Microsoft, Amazon, Electronic Arts, and more. And so in terms of your career prospects, there are lots of opportunities for you to grow in your career here in Vancouver. And if you attended Martina's session earlier, you would have noted that Martina mentioned that 70 to 80% of our graduates end up staying in Vancouver or British Columbia area, and 15 to 20% would move to other parts of Canada, and then the other 5% would move globally for their career. So you'll find that a lot of people stay back within the area to also work. And a lot of people choose Vancouver area or British Columbia because of the West Coast lifestyle. Here you'll find a more relaxed energy that encourages a work-life balance. And if you are an international student thinking about immigrating to Canada, Canada is a welcoming country for international students. We have a very supportive work permit policy where you're also able to work after you graduate and work here in Canada, depending on the length of your program. And that could also be a stepping stone for you to potentially obtain your permanent residence to stay on a longer basis here in Canada too. Now, another reason why you should also consider us is because of our vibrant community. Our students have demonstrated leadership qualities throughout their whole lives. They run student clubs, they organize conferences, they lead competitions, and they are actively involved in extracurricular communities. And it's through these involvements that they're able to build their character and their professional experience. And in addition to that, I would say Sauder is one of those places that you will find a very respectful and also collaborative environment where you would work closely with your classmates, with staff members, and professors. And many of our students, I mentioned earlier that they're actively involved on campus, but in addition to that, we also have our own MBA society, for example, or the Master of Business Analytics Student Society, or the Master of Management Student Society. So we also have program-specific student societies that you could get involved in to gain your leadership skills or to help build that connection between students and the university itself. And we also offer a very supportive environment. Now, there is no denying that your program will be a very rigorous program at Sauder, but you have the full support of our faculty, staff, alumni, career advisors, and more. And we have your back to ensure that you will be successful in your program and to ensure that you are set up to be successful in your careers as well. And when you graduate, you will join a community of over 40,000 alumni located all across the globe, and you can find them in pretty much almost every continent of the world. And these 40,000 connections will be potential prospects for you to be able to expand your network as well. Another reason for you to consider us is because of our innovative curriculum. Now, at Sauder, you will find that we use a flipped classroom approach where we bring modern business world into the classroom itself. So we'll have opportunities for you to study business cases. We'll also incorporate critical business skills into the program. So skills such as creativity, decision-making, global issues, learning about macroeconomics, ethics, sustainability, and leadership development are all integrated within our programs. And when you think about the skills that employers are looking for in the workforce today, Employers are looking for people who have that critical thinking skill, ability to solve problems through creative solutions, but also to balance the issues of the world, such as sustainability and to address climate change. And we allow you to develop those skills as part of the program. And if you're in the Master of Business Analytics program, we also provide a comprehensive technical skill program where you're able to gain those skills and combine that with business acumen so that you're able to study data and bring that data live into company to be able to predict what will happen next. For example, if you're coming from a non-traditional business background and looking to go into our Master of Management program, we will give you an insight into the business world and prepare you for management positions where you could then go into the workforce, use your knowledge perhaps in healthcare, or use your knowledge in theater and be able to manage companies or be able to contribute to marketing strategies for those companies as well. And if you are in our MBA program, we also offer 4 different career tracks that you can choose from. The next reason for you to consider Sauder and also Vancouver as an opportunity is our classroom experience. At Sauder, you will find that classes are taught in small group settings and in person as well. So that encourages a lot of dialogue, and you're able to then build meaningful relationships and lifelong friendships as well. Business is international and careers would span around the globe. So why shouldn't your education be that too? Our student body is internationally diverse, and so is our faculty. This rich mosaic of cultures coming together would bring fresh perspectives into the classroom, and that is why you will find that a UBC Sauder education is one that is cross-cultural. We connect the local to the global, from incorporating Indigenous knowledge to international perspectives throughout all of our programs. In addition to that, you could also study with over 100 leading academics from more than 24 countries. Our faculty deliver research that advances business knowledge, guide business excellence, they inform public policy, and inspire students to learn. Now, what I want you to also do is to think, when you are coming to Sauder, what are you hoping to gain, and how can you also contribute to your cohort? Those are some of the things that I would love for you to reflect, especially as you're thinking of applying to Sauder. I saw that a number of you were thinking about applying to Sauder. Think on and reflect on that question, because as much as you're coming to gain business knowledge, you have so much that you're also able to learn from your peers, and you have so much that you can also contribute to your peers as well. Experiential learning, point number 6 on why you should consider us. Well, what you learn outside of the classroom is every bit as important as what you learn inside. And that is why we offer various experiential learning opportunities for you to gain that hands-on experience. For the MBA program, we offer internships where you could work with companies as strategic consultants. And while you're doing the internships, you could also earn anywhere between $3,000 to $6,000 per month. In the Master of Management program, we offer community business projects where you're able to engage and collaborate and network with local business organizations on group projects and apply the skills that you have learned in the classroom out in the workforce. For the Master of Business Analytics program, we offer a 3 to 4 month internship where you're able to apply your analytical skills to companies and help them solve complex problems. And in the past, students from the MBAN program have also worked with companies such as Boeing, the airline company Aritzia, Electronic Arts, Canada Post, TELUS, and more. Point number 7, which a lot of you had shared as one of your major factors of pursuing your master's, which is career growth and success. At the UBC Sauder School of Business, we have the Hari B. Varshney Business Career Center. And this is a place that you can go to clarify your career goals, to explore career opportunities, develop job search strategies, as well as you're able to connect with alumni too. At the Business Career Center, we offer you personalized career coaching We offer you emotional intelligence training, and we were one of the first business schools to offer this. We also offer a self-assessment tool. And through all of these services, you're able to gain the skills to leverage your strengths and to tap into that for your careers. We also offer a mentorship program where we have talented professionals in the field or also alumni providing mentorship to you too. And did you know, for students who are in the professional MBA program, 90% of our students enhance their career through promotion or career change either during the program or upon completion of the program. So as you can tell, your MBA program or your MBAN program or your Master of Management program will bring you far in your career. And that is why around 80% to 85% of our grads are employed within 90 days of graduation. And some of the places that our alumni are working would include Amazon, Deloitte, Lululemon, RBC Financial, Stem Cell Technologies, Vancouver Coastal Health, and more. Now, another reason I hope that some of you had attended this session by Alina earlier would be the global opportunities. And this is where all of our programs, with the exception of the Master of Business Analytics program, would include a global opportunity. And so different programs will have it structured differently, but you're able to tap into, say, the summer exchange, or you could do a summer study abroad, or you could do the global experience, global immersion experience program, or you could also tap into the global network of advanced management. These are all opportunities for you to gain a global perspective, connect with people from other countries, and work with them on projects as well. And so for those of you who are in the MBA program or in the Master of Management program, I encourage you to explore your global opportunities for you to gain those connections too. Point number 9, and we're getting close to point number 10, is our commitment to you and the world. I want you to take a moment with me and imagine, what does the future of business look like? We believe that it will be shaped by leaders who set the highest standards for ethical and effective business practices. So how can you achieve that? It is through our values and our mission at Sauder that we are able to deliver this academic excellence. So at Sauder, we collectively set the highest standard for ethical and effective business practice. We are committed to rigor, respect, and responsibility in our school, community, and daily lives. And as part of one of the world's finest universities and a public university in Canada, we pursue excellence in research and teaching to inspire and educate responsible leaders who improve businesses, drive innovation, and generate prosperity in British Columbia and across the world too. And last but not least, we are committed to equity, diversity, and inclusion to eliminate racism, discrimination, and inequality in all forms. And point number 10, which is educational value. A lot of times, I also get asked, is this worth my time? Is this worth my money? Should I be pursuing my master's at this time? Perhaps you've been working for a few years and you're unsure if you should take the time off to pursue your education. Perhaps you're looking at the part-time option, but you also have other commitments. So a lot of students or incoming students will ask me, is this worth my time? What's the value that I can gain from my degree at Sauder? Essentially, what you're trying to do is to figure out if the value of the degree is worth it and if you should invest in it. So at UBC Sauder, we offer high quality education for an exceptional value. Let me just break it down for you by sharing with you the cost of the program as well as the average salary that you can gain for after the program. For example, with the MBA program, if you are a domestic student, the fee for the program is $51,000. And 90 days after graduation, the average salary of our grads is at $89,681. So if you think about it, yes, you're taking time off and spending $51,000 for your degree. but your earning potential starts at an average of $89,000 upon graduation. And that is just the start, right? And if you think about it, you have a whole entire future ahead of you. So this is where you could potentially start at for your average salary, and it has the potential to grow and increase over time as you advance in your career as well. Or let me share with you with the Master of Business Analytics program. The fee for international students is $60,249 for the whole entire program, but the average salary at 90 days after graduation is $68,974. So again, it's the same thing. Your earning potential will continue to increase over time upon graduation too. So to me, I think I'm pretty okay in math, but I'm sure that a lot of you are even better than me in math. I think that this is all a very good return in investment. And some of you may be wondering, how can I finance my education? Earlier, I received a question about scholarships as well. UBC Sauder offers merit-based scholarships for our programs. And so various programs will have different amount of scholarships. I encourage you to check out our webpage to be able to learn more about the scholarships, as well as to also check out what our admission requirements are. And even better, chat with our colleagues, chat with the managers for your respective programs to learn how can I create a strong application so that I could get into Sauder as well as potentially receive a scholarship too. And put money aside, right? Apart from just the cost of the program, the value of the program, you will also gain valuable skills and business acumen to advance your career and your life as well. And I strongly believe that this educational value outweighs the cost and provides a very good return on investment. And learning doesn't just stop once you graduate from Sauder. Learning is a lifelong process where you will continue to learn. But you will gain the foundation, you will gain the skills to be successful and to continue this lifelong pursuit of learning from Sauder. So with that, I would like to quickly just summarize the reasons. Number one, we're the top business program in Canada. Number two, you have the opportunity to live and learn in Vancouver. Number three, we have a vibrant community. Number four, we have an amazing classroom experience that is collaborative and respectful. Number five, we have innovative curriculum. Number six, we have experiential learning where you're able to apply the skills that you've learned in the classroom but out in the working world. Number seven, you have the opportunity to grow in your career and be successful. Number eight, you're able to gain business opportunities globally and build that global connection as well. Number nine, we are committed to you. And we are committed to creating a group of business leaders who care about the environment, a group of leaders who care about ethics and sustainability, and also who embody the values of Sauder. And finally, the educational value of a degree from UBC Sauder is high. So thank you very much for joining me for the session today, and I hope that for those of you who have accepted your offer, I'll see you soon. But for those of you who have not applied or who have applied but have not heard from us, I hope to see you soon in person. And with that, I will open it up for questions. And you can always type your questions in the Q&A section. Okay, so great question. The first question is, I came across the opinion in forums that Ontario generally has more job opportunities available. Could you give some details on where Sauder graduates usually end up after graduation? Do they generally stay in BC or move east? Now, if you look at Canada as a whole, Ontario is the most populous province out of all of Canada. So it does make sense that in terms of job opportunities, if you think about it, or the number of jobs, there will be greater jobs because it just has a higher amount of people in the province itself, right? But if you look at UBC Sauder grads, majority of them do stay back here in the region, mostly in Vancouver area. 70 to 80% of our grads stay within Vancouver area in British Columbia. Another 15 to 20% of them would move to other parts of Canada. Some move out east. When I was out in Toronto in November, I met with one of our MBA graduates who came from Toronto to Vancouver to pursue his full-time MBA, and then he went back to Toronto area to work just because his family's there. But there are also alumni who would move out east to pursue their careers. And so with this guy, he's currently working at RBC in downtown Toronto. Okay, the next question is, what qualities and what amount and type of professional work experience are you generally looking for in MBA applicants? Can too much experience be looked at negatively? Great question as well. In terms of professional experience, we typically see candidates or coming in with around, say, 3 to 5 years of professional experience. And for me, it's not so much the quantity of work experience, it's the quality of your work experience that's more important. So let me expand on that a little bit. For example, if you have, maybe just a little bit of work experience, or you have a lot of work experience, but if you're not someone who's self-aware, if you're not someone who's able to reflect on those experiences, to be able to let us know, what have you gained from those experiences? What have you learned? What can you improve on? How may you do things differently? How can you connect those experiences to your education goals at Sauder and to your career goals? If you're not able to do all of those, then it doesn't really matter how much experience you have. You're not able to articulate to us your goals and your path, and also demonstrate to us emotional intelligence too. So what I would encourage you to do is to reflect on those experiences and ensure that you let us know everything that I've just mentioned, and also push it further by telling us to say, this is what I'm hoping to gain from Sauder. Tie it into Sauder if you can. So I'm hoping that that helps you answer the question. And can too much experience be looked at negatively? The answer is no. Okay, the next question is there a way to reach out to your team to attend more lectures like sample lectures today? Yes, most definitely. So my colleague Tamara has been adding our contact information in the chat. Depending on your program of interest, please connect with us. We will be happy to keep you informed on upcoming sample lectures, upcoming events. For example, on March 15th, we have a sample lecture for our MBA program, and that covers the full-time MBA, professional MBA, as well as the international MBA program by Professor Justin Bull. And so that's something that we would love for you to attend as well. So connect with us. We'll be happy to send you more information about upcoming events, such as sample lectures. Okay, the next question is, I wish to know the exact detail of what is taught in the TAL track. How do I find out? Not the overview that is given on the website, but detailed structure with subjects in it. Abhishek, we actually just did a whole session on the TAL track with our professor champion to our faculty champion. We have a recording of that. We would be happy to send that to you. Please connect with us at mba@sauder.ubc.ca, and we would be happy to share that with you, as well as for you to connect with the manager of recruitment and admissions for the full-time MBA program to share more details about the structure and the subjects that you can learn within the TAL track. Okay, the next question is, the final round deadline for our MBAN program at Sauder is March 15th, and supporting material is due on March 29th. Does it mean applicants can still submit GRE GMAT test results later than the 15th? Yes. It does mean that in the event where you are not able to submit by the 29th, but it's just, for example, on April 1st or April 2nd, please connect with us as soon as possible to let us know, so that we would put a hold on your application and look out for your GMAT test. Okay, And the last question is, do we accept executive assessment in place of GRE GMAT for students with many years of experience? Now, we do have a GMAT GRE waiver policy as well. And for most of our programs, the GMAT GRE waiver deadline has passed for fall 2022. If you're looking forward to the 2023 intake, please connect with us and we can also tell you what those criteria would be. Okay, I see that there's a question in the chat, and it says my referees are quite busy and may not necessarily have a lot of time to go into details on my referrals. How can they efficiently and effectively show my business acumen on my recommendations? That's a very good question. First of all, I would encourage you to connect with referees who would be willing to give you a strong recommendation. And by strong, I mean not just in terms of being able to attest to you and your ability, but who would also be willing to take the time to write you a good reference. We do take references into account strongly. So the admissions committee, when they're reviewing your application, they will also review the references too. So you want to make sure that you connect with referees who are willing to also take that time. I understand that, people may be busy, people may have different commitments, but please ensure that they're able to take that time to write you that reference letter. Because at the end of the day, it's a very important document as part of your supporting documents for your application. Okay, the next one is, how long will the MBAN office wait if applicants have to wait for their score after the 29th? This is dependent on the situation. And so what I would encourage you to do is connect with our admissions office and let us know when your test score will be out so that we're able to then work with you on that application. Okay, so I am aware that we are at our time. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for being here today. I hope that you had enjoyed the virtual open house event. I appreciate the fact that some of you are staying up late to join us. And for those of you who are joining us from closer, where you're not staying up as late, we also do appreciate you being here today. Thank you once again for considering UBC Sauder. Thank you once again for being here today and enriching the discussions that we've had here. I really hope to see you soon on campus in person. Take care, everyone.